Look at your life for a second. Look at your routine. Look at how soft the world has made you. You weren't designed to wake up at noon. You weren't built to sit in the same place scrolling through someone else's success. You weren't created just to survive. You were built for pressure, for challenge, for war. Yet here you are, choosing comfort like it's your birthright. Comfort has become your cage, and you decorated it so nicely you forgot it's a prison. That's the truth no one wants to tell you, but it's the truth that changes everything. Every great man, every unstoppable woman, every legend you admire, they weren't shaped by comfort. They were shaped by pain, by struggle, by nights when quitting looked logical and rest looked tempting, but discipline looked necessary. Comfort whispers, you deserve a break. Comfort lies. Growth screams, get up. Growth builds empires. If you are always comfortable, you're not growing. If your life is easy, your potential is dying. And if you don't feel pressure right now, that should terrify you. Here's the hook you need to hear. If you're enjoying the comfort, someone else is working to replace you. While you relax, someone is learning more. While you sleep, someone is building. While you scroll, someone is becoming dangerous. The world doesn't reward comfort. It rewards hunger. And hungry people don't sit on sofas. They sit in the fire and come out forged. You think success is about talent? No, success is about how much discomfort you can handle without breaking. How many times you can feel tired and still move. How many times you can fail and still stand up. Comfort will never give you the life you dream about. Discipline will. Pain will. Uncomfortable growth will. Every time you choose the hard path over the easy one, you step closer to the person you were born to become. Look at yourself right now and be honest. Are you living or just existing? Are you truly chasing what you want, or are you settling for what's easy? Comfort feels good in the moment, doesn't it? That soft bed in the morning, the endless scroll of your phone, the excuses you tell yourself that it's fine for now. But here's the brutal truth that nobody wants to tell you. Comfort is not your friend. Comfort is a cage. It's a trap that lulls you into believing that staying still is safe, that the world owes you rest, that life is supposed to be easy, and every second you buy into that lie, you shrink a little more from your potential. The human body, the human mind, the human spirit, they were never built to sit back and relax all the time. They were built to fight, to struggle, to face resistance and overcome it. Comfort whispers sweet lies. You deserve a break, it says. You've worked hard enough, don't push it today. But while you're listening to those lies, someone else is out there grinding, learning, bleeding, fighting for the life you dream about. Every moment you stay comfortable, every moment you choose ease over effort, you are losing. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Here's the hook you need to feel. The cage of comfort is invisible, but it's holding you back more than any chain could. You might think you're free because no one is forcing you to work, to struggle, to rise early, but in reality, freedom is earned in discomfort. The soft life looks peaceful, but it kills ambition. It robs you of energy, of drive, of hunger. Look at anyone you admire, the ones who dominate their field, the ones who seem unstoppable. Did they reach that point by sitting comfortably, by saying, I'll do it later, by avoiding pain? No, they got there because they refused to let comfort cage them, because they understood that the only way to grow, to evolve, to conquer is to push past it. Every single day, comfort feels safe, but it's a liar. Every time you choose the easy route, every time you postpone, delay, or settle, you're shrinking your life. You're shrinking your power. You're shrinking your future. And the most dangerous part, the longer you stay in it, the harder it is to leave. Habits of comfort create weakness. Weakness creates regret. Regret turns into a life that looks like everyone else's. Mediocre, ordinary, and completely forgettable. You weren't born to blend in. You weren't born to follow the path of least resistance. You were born to break cages, shatter limits, and create a life that people envy because it's impossible without sacrifice. The key is to start noticing where you are caged. Is it your routine, your fear of failure, the excuses you hide behind? Every single one of those is a lock on the prison of comfort. And the only way to break it is to act. Move before you're ready. Push when you're tired. Learn when it's inconvenient. Grow when it hurts. That pain, that resistance is proof that you're alive, proof that you're human, proof that you're capable of more than the world has trained you to accept. Comfort is seductive. It's soft. It's inviting. But it will never build you. It will never challenge you. It will never make you strong. It will only make you small, stagnant, and forgettable. The second you understand that comfort is a cage, the second you stop seeing it as a reward and start seeing it for the trap it is, you start breaking free. And freedom, real freedom, comes from action, from discipline, from choosing the hard path every single day, no matter how much your mind begs you to rest. Every great life, every legendary story starts when you leave comfort behind. Pressure is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. It's the force that separates the weak from the powerful, the ordinary from the extraordinary. Too many people run from pressure, hiding behind excuses, pretending life should be easy, soft, and painless. But here's the truth that will hit you like a punch to the gut. Every legend you admire, every unstoppable individual, every person who dominates their field has been forged in the fire of pressure. Pressure is not a curse. It is the forge that shapes greatness. If you want to rise above the crowd, if you want to build a life that commands respect, you have to stop running from it and start thriving in it. The human mind craves comfort, but it grows under challenge. Pressure tests you, pushes you, and forces you to confront the limits you didn't know you had. Those limits you see in yourself, those weaknesses you try to hide, they only exist because you've never been pressed hard enough. Pressure is the mirror that shows you who you truly are. When you feel the weight of expectations, the heat of deadlines, the sting of failure, that is the moment your character is being sculpted. Legends are not born in calm seas. They are made during storms that would have sunk everyone else. Here's a hook you need to feel deep in your bones. Pressure doesn't wait for comfort. Life is relentless. It doesn't slow down for hesitation, laziness, or fear. While you're wishing for an easier path, someone else is stepping into the fire, proving their dominance, learning more, building more, achieving more. Pressure doesn't punish you for being ambitious. It rewards you for being strong enough to endure. Every challenge, every obstacle, every setback is a ladder. The higher the pressure, the higher the reward for those willing to climb. The moment you embrace pressure, everything changes. You stop shrinking from responsibility and start owning it. You stop fearing failure and start seeing it as fuel. Every time you're pushed to the edge and keep moving forward, you expand your capacity for success. That discomfort, that pain, that heavy weight pressing down on you, it's proof that you're alive, proof that you're stretching, proof that you're growing. And those who understand this don't run from pressure, they seek it. They welcome it because they know that pressure is the price of greatness. Pressure reveals what's hiding beneath the surface. It exposes excuses, laziness, and weakness, but it also uncovers resilience, creativity, and unstoppable determination. When the world expects you to crack, pressure gives you a choice: break or evolve. And if you evolve, if you fight through it, if you rise under its weight, you become the person everyone else fears, respects, and can't ignore. Legends are people who learn to dance in the storm while everyone else ran for shelter. That's the difference between living a life of mediocrity and living a life that commands attention. So stop waiting for the easy road. Stop wishing life would hand you comfort. Stop hiding from the pressure that is screaming your name. The more you embrace it, the more you will learn about your power. The more you push under its weight, the stronger you become. Pressure is not your enemy. It is your secret weapon. It is the force that turns ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement, weakness into dominance, hesitation into action, and potential into legend. The people who succeed are not those who avoid pressure. There are those who stare it in the face, tighten their grip, and push forward until the world bends to their will. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't pause because you feel tired. It doesn't wait for you to feel ready, motivated, or inspired. That soft, comfortable life you're clinging to, thinking you have time, thinking you'll start tomorrow, that's a trap. Life moves fast, and while you're waiting for permission to act, someone else is taking what could have been yours. Every moment spent in comfort is a moment someone else is using to get ahead, to learn more, to grow stronger, to dominate the field you dream about. This is the harsh truth most people ignore. If you're comfortable, you're already falling behind. Here's a hook that hits like a slap. The second you stop moving, the world moves without you. Every second of hesitation is a step lost. Every day you let laziness dictate your schedule is another day someone else is passing you by. The comfortable person dreams. The uncomfortable person acts. And action wins every single time. You can plan, you can hope, you can wish, but until you move, until you push past comfort, until you step into the arena, you are invisible. The world doesn't notice comfort. The world rewards results, hunger, courage, and relentless pursuit. If you want to dominate life, you have to embrace the reality that no one owes you time, patience, or second chances. Your competitors, your peers, your rivals, they are not waiting for your schedule to align or for your motivation to return. They are acting, grinding, learning, fighting. And if you stay comfortable, you will find yourself irrelevant before you even realize it. Comfort lulls you into thinking you are safe, but safety is an illusion. Comfort kills ambition quietly, silently, slowly. It's a slow poison disguised as peace, a lullaby that convinces you that staying put is smart. It's not smart. It's fatal. Here's another hook. The world is filled with people who had potential and wasted it waiting for the perfect moment. That moment never comes. Perfection never comes. Life is chaos, and success comes to those who step into it with courage, urgency, and relentless drive. If you wait until everything is perfect, until you feel ready, until the conditions are comfortable, you will wait forever. And while you wait, the world keeps moving, keeps taking opportunities, keeps rewarding those who refuse to sit idle. You have to develop the mindset that comfort is a liability, not an asset. Comfort is the trap that makes average people believe they are safe, while extraordinary people are taking over. Every great achievement, every legendary success story has a common thread: action in the face of discomfort. No one achieves greatness while sitting in a chair scrolling through life. You have to stand up, push forward, and do what others refuse to do. You have to act when it's inconvenient, when it's hard, when it's uncomfortable, because that is where the winners live. That is where the results exist. The harsh truth you must feel is this: the world doesn't wait for you to catch up. It doesn't slow down because you're scared, tired, or lazy. It doesn't negotiate with hesitation. Success belongs to those who act, to those who refuse to be comfortable, to those who understand that every second wasted is a second someone else uses to get ahead. Comfort is a choice, and every choice has a consequence. If you choose comfort, you choose to fall behind. If you choose action, you choose to rise, to dominate, and to take what others are too weak to fight for. The moment you internalize that, the moment you stop waiting and start moving, is the moment your life begins to change. Discomfort is not something to fear. It is not an obstacle to avoid. It is the engine that drives progress, the fuel that powers achievement, and the fire that forges greatness. Too many people spend their lives running from discomfort, thinking that avoiding struggle makes them safe, thinking that staying in their comfort zone is smart. But here's the truth. Comfort does not create success. Comfort does not build power. Comfort does not elevate you. Only discomfort, relentless, unavoidable discomfort, pushes you to levels most people never reach. Think about the people you admire most: the athletes, the entrepreneurs, the artists, the leaders. They did not get there by doing what was easy. They did not rise by avoiding pain. They achieved greatness because they leaned into discomfort, because they embraced challenges that would have crushed anyone else, because they understood that discomfort is not a punishment, but a signal that growth is happening. Every time you feel the sting of effort, every time your body aches, every time your mind screams at you to stop, that is proof that you are moving towards something bigger than yourself. Here's a hook that will hit hard. The moment you run from discomfort is the moment your potential dies. While you're hesitating, while you're waiting for things to get easier, someone else is thriving in the exact conditions you are avoiding. They're learning faster, moving faster, becoming stronger because they do not let discomfort dictate their limits. Discomfort is the bridge between mediocrity and mastery. It's the difference between dreaming and doing, between wishing and winning, between ordinary and unstoppable. If you want the life you imagine, you have to become addicted to discomfort. Discomfort also teaches lessons that comfort never can. It reveals weaknesses you didn't know you had and forces you to find strength you never believed existed. It tests your patience, your focus, your resilience. When you embrace discomfort, you build mental toughness, endurance, and a relentless mindset that cannot be broken. The person who refuses to step into discomfort is vulnerable. They are fragile because life will not go easy on them, and when pressure hits, they collapse. But the person who seeks out discomfort, who challenges themselves daily, who refuses to settle, that person becomes unstoppable. Here's another hook, you. need to feel in your bones. The path to success is never comfortable, never convenient, never simple. Every great achievement requires pushing past limits, doing what others refuse to do, and standing in the fire long after everyone else has fled. Discomfort is not a warning sign. It is a guidepost pointing you toward growth, opportunity, and dominance. The more you embrace it, the more your skills sharpen, your confidence grows, and your capacity for success expands. Pain and effort are the raw materials of power, and discomfort is the spark that ignites them. The truth is harsh. Most people quit because they can't handle discomfort. They stop when it gets hard, when it gets messy, when it feels uncomfortable, and that is why they stay average, why they never reach their potential, why they watch others take the life they could have had. Discomfort separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. It separates the dreamers from the doers. And the moment you stop seeing it as an enemy and start seeing it as a weapon, you unlock a level of success that comfort could never give you. Discomfort is not temporary. It is permanent if you want to win at life. It is the grind you endure, the challenge you chase, the hard path you take when everyone else chooses the soft road. Those who embrace it dominate. Those who reject it fade into obscurity. Every time you step into discomfort willingly, every time you push when it hurts, every time you endure when others quit, you are fueling your success. You are building a life that cannot be shaken, a mindset that cannot be broken, and a future that cannot be stolen. Sacrifice is the price of power, the toll you pay for a life that others only dream about. Most people are unwilling to give up their comfort, their convenience, their fleeting pleasures, and that is why they remain average, invisible, and powerless. But every single person who has dominated, who has achieved, who has left a mark on the world has understood one unshakable truth. What you endure today, what you give up now, sets the foundation for your domination tomorrow. The nights you spend grinding, the mornings you wake before everyone else, the hours you invest in learning, building, and growing, those are not losses. Those are deposits into the account of your future success. And the balance compounds every single day. You refuse to quit. Here's the hook that hits hard. Comfort is a liar. It tells you to rest, to relax, to wait for the right time. But the right time is now, and the price of delay is steep. Every hour spent in comfort is a step back while someone else is taking your place. Every moment you indulge in ease is a moment someone else is moving forward, building strength, sharpening skills, and advancing while you remain stagnant. If you want to dominate, if you want to be unstoppable, you must embrace sacrifice as a way of life. You must be willing to do what others won't today to achieve what others can only dream about tomorrow. Sacrifice is not just about time, it's about priorities. It's about choosing discipline over desire, hard work over leisure, and long-term results over short-term pleasure. It's saying no to distractions, to the endless scroll, to the comfort that numbs ambition, because you understand that every choice has a consequence. The life you want is not built in comfort. It is built in the furnace of dedication and persistence. Those who dominate are not special because they are lucky or talented. They are special because they are willing to give up what the average person clings to and embrace the grind others cannot endure. Here's another hook to embed in your mind. Sacrifice is temporary, but domination lasts forever. The struggles, the sleepless nights, the repeated failures, the endless effort, they are fleeting moments. They are the price you pay up front. But the results, the influence, the power you build through sacrifice are permanent. Those who avoid sacrifice live small, limited lives, watching from the sidelines as others claim the rewards that could have been theirs. The moment you decide to endure discomfort, push through fatigue, and prioritize growth over ease, you are investing in a future where your dominance cannot be questioned. Sacrifice also tests your commitment. It forces you to confront your excuses, your fears, and your weakness. It separates the dreamers from the doers, the talkers from the fighters. You will feel pain, fatigue, and doubt. You will want to quit. And that is the exact moment where the power of sacrifice reveals itself. The person who continues, who fights through the resistance, who puts in the work when it hurts the most, is the person who will rise above everyone else. Sacrifice is the currency of legends, and the more you spend wisely today, the more wealth, influence, and freedom you command tomorrow. Here's the final hook to feel deep. Domination is not given. It is earned. It is earned through relentless effort, through giving up the comfort of today, through investing your energy, time, and focus into the life you want. Every moment you resist temptation. Every hour you choose discipline over desire. Every choice you make to push beyond what is easy. You are building a foundation no one can shake. Sacrifice today, dominate tomorrow, and live a life so powerful that the world will have no choice but to notice, respect, and fear your relentless drive. Rejecting comfort is not just a choice, it is a declaration that you refuse to settle for mediocrity. Most people live their lives trapped in soft routines, lulled by the illusion that ease equals safety, that staying comfortable keeps them secure. But the world does not reward comfort. It does not reward complacency. It rewards action, courage, and relentless pursuit of growth. Every moment you cling to comfort, every second you choose safety over challenge, you are shrinking the life you could have lived. Greatness requires a different mindset. One that embraces discomfort as a signal of progress, as a test of commitment, and as the fuel that propels you toward extraordinary achievements. Here's the hook that should hit like a hammer. The second you reject comfort, you step into the arena of greatness. Comfort is the barrier that separates the ordinary from the elite. While others stay safe, you move forward. While others seek the easy path, you choose the road that demands sweat, pain, and persistence. That road is not forgiving. It does not allow hesitation. It does not reward laziness. But every step you take on it strengthens you, sharpens your skills, and builds a mindset that refuses to be shaken by failure, criticism, or obstacles. Greatness is not born in softness. It is forged in fire, tempered by resistance, and hardened through relentless effort. The people who dominate life are those who understood early that comfort is the enemy. They realized that every time they chose ease, they delayed their potential. Every time they chose challenge, they accelerated their destiny. Comfort is seductive. It whispers lies that make you feel safe, that convince you to procrastinate, that lull you into believing that small achievements are enough. But greatness is never small. It is never passive. It is never satisfied with average results. The moment you embrace the hard choices, the painful work, and the sacrifices that discomfort demands, you move closer to the level of success that most people only fantasize about. Here's another hook. The life you dream about exists outside the walls of comfort. It exists where most people fear to tread, in the moments when pushing forward hurts, when the odds are stacked against you, when your body and mind scream to quit. Those moments are not obstacles, they are opportunities. Each challenge you overcome, each discomfort you endure willingly, each risk you take without hesitation adds to the arsenal that will make you unstoppable. The more you resist the pull of comfort, the stronger your will becomes, the sharper your focus gets, and the faster you rise above mediocrity. Rejecting comfort also requires courage because it forces you to confront your fears, your excuses, and your limitations. It asks you to take responsibility for your life and your choices, to stop blaming circumstances, and to stop waiting for permission to succeed. Greatness is never handed out. It is claimed. It is seized by those who are willing to endure pain, to challenge themselves, to keep moving when everyone else stops. The moment you accept that comfort is a lie and embrace the discomfort of growth, you unlock a level of power and freedom that ordinary people will never experience. So here's the final hook. Greatness is a lifestyle, not an event. Rejecting comfort must become habitual, instinctual, unavoidable. Every choice you make, every action you take, every day you push past laziness, fear, and resistance is a step toward the life you were meant to lead. Comfort will try to pull you back, but if you refuse, if you embrace the hard road, if you endure when others quit, you become someone the world cannot ignore. Reject comfort, embrace greatness, and build a life so extraordinary that it leaves a mark far beyond your own existence. So I'm telling you now, stop building a comfortable life. Start building a powerful one. Wake up earlier, push harder, learn more, suffer a little, because that suffering is turning you into something unstoppable. Comfort is for the weak. Pressure is for the powerful. And you were not built for comfort. You were built for greatness. And here's the final truth as I close this. The moment you reject comfort is the moment your real life begins. The lazy version of you must die so the legendary version can live. So get up, get uncomfortable, and become the person this world cannot ignore.